Zombie apocalypse.
Good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about the solving rational inequality. In solving rational inequality, we use less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. So if you see those symbols in an equation, so it is a inequality. So we have the solving rational inequality. So I have here an example: x squared plus 4x plus 3 all over x minus 1 is greater than to 0. So I use here greater than, so it means it is a inequality. Okay? Next, for our first step, our first step is yung ating equation should be, yung ating nasa left side is a rational expression, then yung sa ating right side is zeros. So, since yung ating example is rational expression na siya, isang rational expression na, then yung ating nasa right side is 0 na, so it is okay na. Ito na yung ating pinaka-step 1. So, we have done. So, done na natin yung ating step 1. Kasi ito na po yun. Yung ating given. Next, for our second step, so, yung sa ating second step naman, pag-iwalay natin yung ating numerator and denominator and i-equal natin sila by 0. So, we have the x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So, ito po yung ating numerator. As you can see, yung numerator, kinapit ko lang siya and in-equal ko siya by zeros. So, si numerator muna yung kukompute natin. So, si numerator, since trinomial siya, so i-factor natin siya. So, what will be the factor of x squared plus 4x plus 3? So, it should be x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 3. Okay? Next, pag-iwalay ulit natin si x plus 1 at saka si x plus 3. So, i-equal din natin sila parehas by zeros. So, we have x plus 1 is equal to 0 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Next, si x plus 1, para makuha natin yung value ng x, so ita-transpose natin si positive 1 doon sa kabila, sa ating right side. So, si x is equal to, from positive 1, transpose into the right side. So, it will become negative 1. So, meron na tayong isang value ng ating x, which is si negative 1. So, next, naman si x plus 3. So, ganun din, x is equal to, si positive 3 transpose natin sa ating right side. So, it will become negative 3. Next, sa ating denominator naman. So, si denominator, which is x minus 1, so i-equal din natin siya by zeros. So, si x minus 1, transpose natin si negative 1 sa ating right side, so it will become x is equal to positive 1. So, we have 3 values of x dito sa ating equation na x squared plus 4x plus 3 all over x minus 1 is greater than to 0. So, meron siyang tatlong value ng ating x. So, next step naman, gagawin natin yung mga value na nakuha natin doon sa ating main equation para ma-check natin kung part ba sila ng solution. So, first, i-check natin si negative 1 kung part ba siya ng ating solution. So, we have, ito na lang. So, we have, from ating equation is x squared plus 4x plus 3 all over x minus 1 is greater than to 0. So, substitute natin yung value ng negative 1 doon sa mga x ng ating main equation. So, we have negative 1 squared plus 4 multiplied by negative 1 plus 3 all over negative 1 minus 1 is greater than to 0. So, ito po yung ating negative 1. Si value ng negative 1, check natin kung part ba siya ng solution or hindi. Next, negative 1 squared, it is equal to 1 plus 4 multiplied by negative 1, so it is equal to negative 4 plus 3 all over negative 1 minus negative 1, so it is equal to negative 2. It's greater than to 0. So 1 plus negative 4, it is equal to negative 3 plus 3, so it is equal to 0. 0 all over negative 2. It's greater than to 0. So 0 over negative 2, it is also equal to 0. It's greater than to 0. Since 0 is greater than to 0, so false. So mali siya. So hindi niya na-satisfy yung ating inequality, so it means it is a false. So pag nag-false siya, guys, yung ating negative 1, yung sinatitude natin doon sa value ng x ng ating main equation, it means hindi siya part ng ating solution. Okay? So, si negative 1 is not a part of our solution. Next, si negative 3 naman. So, again, substitute the negative 3 dun sa ating main equation. So, we have negative 3 squared plus 4 multiplied by negative 3 plus 3 all over negative 3 minus 1 is greater than 0. So, negative 3 squared, it is equal to 9. So, we have 9. And 4 multiplied by negative 3, so it is equal to negative 12. Plus 3. All over negative 3 minus 1, it is equal to negative 4. It's greater than 0. So 9 minus negative 3, it is equal to negative 3. Plus 3, it is equal to 0. So we have 0 all over negative 4. It's greater than 0. So 0 divided by negative 4, so it is equal also to 0. It's greater than 0. So 0, it is greater than 0. So, hindi. So, hindi na naman satisfy yung ating inequality. So, it means it is a false. Again, false siya. So, yung ating negative 3 is not also part of our solution. Next, si positive 1 naman. Magiging part kaya siya ng ating solution. So, let's check. So, we have negative 1. So, positive 1. Substitute lang natin yung value ng x doon sa ating main equation. So, we have 1 multiplied by 1 squared plus 4 multiplied by 1 plus 3 all over 1 minus 1. It's greater than 0. So 1 squared is equal to 1. 4 times 1 is equal to positive 4 plus 3 all over 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. It's greater than 0. So 4 plus 1, it is 5 plus 3, it is 8. 8 all over 0 is greater than 0. So 8 over 0, it is 8 undefined. So, magiging undefined siya. So, undefined is greater than 0. Since hindi na naman na-satisfy yung ating inequality, so it means it is not a part of our solution. So, si positive 1 is not also a part of our solution. So, for our next step, yung ating third step, yan. Yung ating third step naman, ilalagay natin yung mga values ng ating x, which is negative 1, negative 3, and positive 1 dun sa ating number line. So, since ito yung ating number line, so we have negative 3, negative 4, negative 3, and negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we have the value of x which is negative 1 and hindi siya part ng solution. So unshaded circle yung gagamitin natin sa kanya. Unshaded circle or open circle. Okay? Next, si negative 3 naman. So si negative 3, hindi rin siya part ng solution. So lalagyan din natin siya na below lang. Or unshaded circle or open circle. Okay? Si positive 1 naman, hindi rin siya part ng ating solution. So it is also a unshaded circle or open circle. Okay? Next, lagyan natin sila ng bakod. Bakod. Then, after that, kukuha tayo ng test values. So we have from negative 4 papunta sa left side. So kukuha tayo ng possible number. So pwedeng we have the negative infinity here at saka positive infinity sa kabila. So si negative 4, pwede natin punin sa negative 4, sa negative 5, sa negative 6, negative 7, and so on. Basta papunta sa kaliwa, papunta sa negative side. So hindi na tayo nalayo, kukunin na lang natin si negative 4. So we have negative 4. Next, dito naman sa area ito. Since sa pagitan ni negative 3 and negative 1. So we have here the negative 2. So si negative 2, kukunin na natin si negative 2. So we have negative 2 para sa ating test value. Next, napagitan naman ng negative 1 and 1. So, andito na si 0. Lalayo ko pa ba? So, kunin mo na si 0. Next, so we have negative 4, negative 2, 0. Then, from 2, papunta sa kanan, kukuha lang tayo ng isa. Kahit anong number yan, sa 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, since positive infinity siya, so, dire-diretso yun lang natin yan. So, kahit anong number, para di ka na lang tumayo, kunin mo na lang si 2. So, we have 2. So, we have positive 2, 0, and negative 2, tapos negative 4. So, apat po yung kinuha natin pang test value. Next, check natin kung yung mga kinuha natin test values is part of our solution. So, we have the negative 4. Again, katulad ng ginawa natin sa ating negative 1, negative 3, and positive 1, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng x doon sa ating main equation. So we have negative 4, substitute the value doon sa mga x ng ating main equation. So we have the negative 4 squared plus 4 multiplied by negative 4 plus 3 all over negative 4 minus 1 is greater than 2, 0. Next, negative 4 squared, it is equal to 16. 4 multiplied by negative 4, it is equal to negative 16. Then plus 3 all over negative 4 minus 1 is equal to negative 5. It's greater than 2, 0. Then 16 minus 16 is equal to 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. So we have 3 all over negative 5. It's greater than 2, 0. So 3 divided by negative 5 it is equal to negative 3 over 5. It is greater than 2, 0. Is it negative 3 over 5 is greater than 0? So it is false. So hindi na naman na-satisfy yung ating main equation ay yung ating inequality. Sorry. So, it is a false. So, ibig sabihin, from negative 3 papunta dun sa ating left side, hindi sila part ng ating solution. So, si negative 4, barangay sa negative 4 kasi hindi siya part ng ating solution. So, lalagyan tayo ng arrow. I'm sorry. So, magiging blanco lang yan kasi hindi sila part ng solution. Okay? So, we have here the negative 2. Substitute natin yung value ng negative 2 dun sa ating x squared plus 4x plus 3 all over x minus 1 is greater than 2, 0. So, we have the negative 2 squared plus 4 multiplied by negative 2 plus 3 all over negative 2 minus 1 is greater than 2, 0. So negative 2 squared is equal to 4. 4 times negative 2 is equal to negative 8. Then plus 3 all over negative 3 is greater than 2, 0. So 4 minus negative 8 is equal to negative 4 plus 3, it is equal to negative 1 all over negative 1 all over negative 3 is greater than 2, 0. So negative 1 divided by the negative 3, it is also equal to positive 1 over 3. It's greater than 2, 0. Since si 1 over 3 is greater than 0, it is a true. So, ibig sabihin, si negative 2 is a part of our solution. Pag nag-true siya guys, part siya ng ating solution. Okay? So, si negative 2, yan, part siya ng solution. So, between negative 3 and negative 1, it is a part of our solution. Okay? Okay. Next naman, si 0. So, check ulit natin kung si 0 ba is a part of our solution. So, si 0, substitute lang ulit natin yung value na dito sa ating main equation. So, we have 0 squared plus 4 times 0 plus 3 all over 0 minus 1 is greater than 2, 0. So, 0 squared, it is equal to 0 plus 4 times 0, it is equal to 0 plus 3 all over 0 minus 1, it is equal to negative 1. It's greater than 2, 0. So, 3 divided by negative 1, 0 plus 0 plus 3, it is equal to 3. Divided by negative 1, so it is equal to negative 3. It's greater than 2, 0. So, negative 3 is greater than 0. So, it is a false. So, ibig sabihin, kung false siya, hindi siya part ng solution. So, 0 is not a part of solution. So, wala tayong line na kakabit between negative 1 and positive 1. Next, yung last natin which is si 2. So, gagawin naman natin siya. Sasubstitute natin yung value nito doon sa ating main equation para ma-check natin kung part ba siya na solution. So, we have the 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 3 all over 2 minus 1 is greater than 2, 0. So 2 squared is equal to 4 plus 4 times 2 it is equal to 8 then plus 3 all over 2 minus 1 it is equal to 1 is greater than 2, 0. 4 plus 8 it is equal to 12 plus 3 it is equal to 15. Divided by 1, it is equal to 15. So, we have 15 is greater than 0. So, 15 is greater than 0. Siyempre naman, mas mataas yung 15 kaysa kay 0. So, it is a true. Another true. So, kung nag-true si 2, ganun din yan si 3, si 4, si 5, si 6, si 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So, ang ating value ng x is between negative 3 and negative 1 and from 2 to the right side. Okay? So, next step. For our final step, kukunin natin yung final answer natin. So, yung final answer natin, babasa tayo doon sa ating number line. So, for our final answer, write ko na lang siya dito sa ating gitna. So, for final answer, pagka inequalities, yung hinahanap natin, kailangan yung final answer natin is interval notation. So, from the number 9, titignan natin kung paano yung mabubuo natin notation, interval notation. So, we have the negative 3. Parenthesis siya. Bakit siya parenthesis? Because it is a open circle. So, we have the negative 3, comma, then negative 1, open na naman siya. So we have negative 1 and open parenthesis. Close parenthesis, I'm sorry. So, next, union. Bakit po tayo gagamit ng union? Because merong part dito between negative 1 and 1 na hindi part ng solution. So, we use union. Next, si 1. Si 1 is unshaded. So, we will use open parenthesis 1. Next, up to, simula kay 2, papunta sa left side, it is equal to positive infinity. So, pagka infinity, we use also a parenthesis. So, we have the closed parenthesis. Next, so this is our final answer. Acceptable na siya as our final answer. Pero pwede rin natin siya i-convert kay inequality. So, by inequality, so we have the x is greater than to negative 3 but less than to negative 1. Okay? Union 2x is greater than to 1 but less than to positive infinity. Okay? So this is also our answer. So pwede ka mamili dyan, kahit ano dyan, that will be our final answer. Okay? Kahit ano dyan, pwede kahit notation lang ang sagot mo, okay lang. Inequality ang sagot mo, okay lang din. So, bahala na kayo mamili ng inyong final answer. Basta, same lang sila ng value. Okay? So, this is the end of our video about the solving rational inequality. So, hope you learned. And if you want to have some questions about the rational inequalities, you can comment it below our YouTube page. Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye!
Zombie apocalypse.